How many of you guys have heard of Houlihan's? No? I have. But it's been a while. Let's talk about it. So Houlihan's is a chain restaurant. It's been around for a while. I used to eat here all the time. It used to be really, really popular back in the 90s and into the 2000s, but there aren't that many left. But we happen to have two around here. I'm at the one in Paramus, New Jersey. I haven't eaten here in probably like 10 or 15 years. I used to go here all the time with my friends when I was in high school. Yes, I'm that freaking old, and I don't know what the hell happened. So I went there today. I spent exactly $99.10 on this food. We have 3 entrees, we have 2 appetizers, and a soup. I don't know what to expect. Some of this food looks good. We got 2 of the appetizers out already. I'm gonna start off with this one, which doesn't look like what it's supposed to be, which is weird enough because these are supposed to be chicken avocado egg rolls is what I ordered, and there's no avocado in here. So I don't know what the hell they gave me. Maybe they ran out, but this actually looks like, I don't know what this is. There's no avocado in it. You're not off to a good start. I don't know what I'm eating. This tastes more like, what the hell am I eating? I can tell you one thing, it's definitely not an avocado egg roll. This looks like there's like, chicken is definitely in here. And there's something like a Southwest type of flavor, almost like chili. But I don't know what the hell I'm eating. It's really a bad start. But I did order this online for a pickup, so maybe they ran out and just kind of snuck something out here, but they sure as hell didn't tell me. This, I believe, is sour cream. Whatever it is pretty good. I think there actually are avocado in here. Yeah, that's definitely avocado. They must have ran out or something, look. Yeah, they must have had an avocado shortage. Because I really wasn't expecting that. It does get a little bit of the creaminess from avocado, but there's not enough present for it to even mean anything. The flavor on this, again, is like almost like a Southwest egg roll, but with chicken. I like it, but I'd be mad as hell if I ordered chicken avocado egg rolls and I had to put out a APB just to find it. They are pretty decent, but I wouldn't order these again based off of it just looks like false advertisement. I did look at the picture on the menu. It looked nothing like that. I'd give these a 5.5 out of 10. They're not bad, but they're nothing to write home about. You basically get 3 egg rolls for $12. Not for me. I have appetizer number 2. This is one of their new ones. These are called Irish nachos. Now, I'm familiar with these because I've had them at other restaurants, but an Irish nacho is basically like fries instead of nacho chips. So they use fries like fried potato, or sometimes it's our potato chips. This has pulled pork on it, looks like some red onion and a sauce. Now, when you're in the restaurant, they give you this beer cheese dip that you're supposed to pour on it. So they come table side and they pour on it. I'm the table side person, so I'm gonna pour my own beer cheese on this. Hopefully it doesn't taste like crap, because I'm just gonna pour it all over it, because that's what they would do at table side. I looked at the description and I knew it was missing something. So this is more like what it would look like. Let me just get a little, there you go. Cheese me up. So that is that. Don't drip the cheese in the whip. Don't drip the cheese in the whip. All right, let's try one of these. Let's start off with this potato. It's a big ass potato. These are almost like potato wedges. A little cheese on here. The sauce is like a barbecue sauce. Now I remember the description. That is definitely Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce. I can taste the Jack Daniel's in that. The whiskey. So yeah, they're more like potato chips on this, which I don't have a problem with. Got a little bit of that pulled pork on there. The pulled pork is actually good. It's pretty flavorful. It's really tender. I like these. This is a fire little bar dish. I like stuff like this. It's not the best thing you'll ever have. All right, a little bit of the, I didn't know this came with red onion, bro. I don't like eating onions in the car. I gotta take this off. One more bite. This is fire. This is nice. The beer cheese, I want to try that by itself. Let me get a little beer cheese. Definitely made that homemade. It tastes scratch made. There's a nice hoppy beer taste that you get in it, and like a jack cheese, so it has a little bit of a kick. I really do like this pulled pork. I think they have a pulled pork sandwich. I can see that being good as well. And the nachos, which are just potato chips, aren't like the thin, crispy kind. They're more like thick cut potato chips. But it works really well with everything. This is like, if you're at, because Houlihan serves like American fare bar food type of stuff, but with an Irish kind of spring to it. This is definitely a great appetizer. Like, I could pick the hell out of these if I was sitting at the table. Chain restaurant wise, this is something I would order every time I went to Houlihan's. If you're there, get these. They get a 9 out of 10. I like these a lot, chain restaurant style. Everybody said you gotta try the French onion soup from here. I remember this being really popular, but I don't think I ever ordered it as a kid because I didn't eat onions as a kid. I know I'm grown now, so we got different kind of taste buds, but they have the big thing of the Gruyere, also with the giant crouton that's in here. This looks really good. Really good. Let me see if I can get that cheese to, yep, there we go. I get French onion soup now a lot at like diners, and they make really good French onion soup. Let me try. This broth is almost too concentrated, which is crazy to say. I think they went a little heavy on the salt in this, but I couldn't eat a lot of it. But the flavor on this is on point. It's almost like they just went a little too much salt. Just a little bit. But this is better than a lot of French onion soups that I've had. From any chain restaurant, it's probably the best. It's not perfect, like I said. The concentration on it is just a little too much, almost like they had a concentrated stock that they just add water to reheat this. And that's what it's coming off as. And what I'm getting because of that is like they didn't add enough of it. So it's super heavy, almost like I'm eating bouillon. And that's too much. But I would pour... No joke, this is the craziest thing I ever said in my life. I would pour water in this and eat this. Like, I'm keeping this. I love French onion soup. I just want to get this with a little bit of the cheese. But with that, it makes an imperfect soup, but it's way better than most places. So it's because I'm rating this on the scale, even though I don't love it, I can definitely work with this, and it's better than most. So I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 on a chain restaurant scale. But if I went to any mom and pop and got this, I'd probably give it like a 5 because it needs work. There's something definitely there with this. Especially with that cheese. This is a nice soup. One of my favorite type of things to order, which I got one from Cheesecake Factory as well, was a French dip. So this is a prime rib dip. Slightly different because it's prime rib used on here. So they call it a prime dip. It's got the cheese and the this looks like baguette bread. It's kind of hard. But it does come with an au jus, which I'm a big fan of. I love a French dip. So I gotta see. I want to try this without it just to see what the flavor is on the beef. You definitely need to dip this just because of the bread. It's a little on the done side, but French dips, it doesn't matter when you use crusty bread or harder bread, just because you're dipping it in this au jus, which is going to soften it up. But this is going to hit once I get it in here. Here we go. Love a good French dip. Let me see. This is nice. This is nice. Again, that beef stock flavor, they should have used this for the French onion soup because it tastes very similar. And it's not as salty. I wish there were some like onions in here. And there's not. But I'm getting a little bit of that onion flavor almost from the broth. Nice thick layer of cheese on this. It's provolone. Provolone always works in a good sandwich. Consomme is flavorful, and you get a pretty decent amount of meat. It does come with a side dish, which are these Parmesan fries. They called them Parmesan potatoes, so I thought I was getting something different, but they're clearly just fries with Parmesan on them, which I'm not mad at. A little bit of a letdown. The fry itself is being carried by the Parmesan, so it's not bad, but it's really average. Going for that au jus. It's your pretty stock fry you get at any restaurant. Like, these taste very similar, like Chili's, Outback, all the same fry for whatever reason. Maybe they have the same supplier, which is very possible. But I'm not in love with those fries. They're edible. The fries would get a 5 out of 10. This sandwich, again, it's 20 bucks, so it's a little expensive. And I don't quite think it's worth 20 bucks. But if I'm judging this on flavor alone on a chain restaurant scale, it would get an 8 out of 10. Price is a little... If they say they're using prime rib on here, it does look like shaved prime rib, though. You see that nice fat layer. And it is pretty good. A little on the drier side, but that au jus brings it up. It works in the sandwich. Alone? Yeah. This was a last minute throw-in. Chicken parm. And the only reason that I threw this in is because it sounded interesting. Unlike most chicken parms, what it said was it's served on a bed of fettuccine alfredo. So there's the chicken parm, which is a giant patty. Also comes with what looks like some garlic bread or a roll or something. I don't think it's a garlic dinner roll, but looks like there's a butter on the top. I just need to move this because there is no, they lied. They should be sued for false advertisement. There is no Alfredo on this whatsoever. It said it in the description. Well, I'm gonna take a piece of this breaded chicken and see what it tastes like. That's a pretty decent sauce. And the chicken is a huge patty. I don't know if you can see how big this parm fillet is, but it starts here and it goes all the way down to here. And it is... I'm not mad at that. I do wish there's some damn Alfredo on here because that's the main reason I got it, but the sauce is a decent sauce. There's just not enough of it. Let me try this pasta. I have to like steal some of the sauce just to get on the pasta. The pasta has no sauce on it, which is not a good sign. But let's try it anyway. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little bit of a letdown. I really was looking forward to some Alfredo on there. Try this dinner roll. Rip that open. Yeah, it's just a regular dinner roll. This looked good, and then it turned out to be okay. The best part about it is the chicken. But again, this is $18. It's a lot of money. You do get a decent amount of food. I just wish there was some damn Alfredo. It's decent. Other than the chicken, I wouldn't write home about it. And the noodles are pretty good al dente. I need to temper my expectations because I forget that I'm at a chain restaurant. So let me digress. For a chain, this is good. For a chain, this is good. I would even get it again. I would just ask them for more sauce because there's not enough of it. And $17.99 is a decent price, but again, I feel like this place tastes a lot more homemade than the places I'm used to, and I don't mind it because of that. I want to lift up this giant fillet, but when I hold this up, this does not look like a cheap ass chicken that you get. This is a real breast that's actually cooked to pretty damn well. So I give them kudos for that. This is a chain restaurant, but it tastes a lot more homemade than every chain I've been to so far. That includes Outback, other than maybe Texas Roadhouse, which elite. I don't have a problem with this at all. If you live in Houlihan's, I think you should try some of this stuff on their menu. And I would definitely get the chicken parm again. I have to change my expectations. Close to a mom and pop chicken parm. Close. I'm gonna give this an 8.5 out of 10. This apparently was their most popular entree. It's also one of their most expensive, so I hope it is good. This is their chicken and rib combo. You can see the ribs on the top and the chicken on the bottom. We also have an order of fries. It comes with fries and coleslaw. I didn't see the coleslaw. I'm not mad at that. I don't really care for coleslaw. I like it, but I don't have to go out of my way to eat it. Let's try these fries before I get into the proteins. This is just a regular fry. And it tastes like that Parmesan carried those other fries so much. I know someone's gonna get mad when I say this, but it just tastes like potato. And I know people, what do you think it's supposed to taste? I know, I don't look for just potato on fries. That's just me. You can get them how you want them. Let's start off with the rib. Again, $25. Looks like I have 3 ribs here. They look cooked pretty decent. I don't think these are smoked. I wouldn't expect them to be. No, they're not smoked. There's no pink in them. But let's try that top part right here. These don't look bad. Look like they're finished on the grill. I like the bite. Ooh. What barbecue sauce is that? Hold on. Let me tell you. Oh, we're cooking. They're cooking now. Hold on. Hold up. Hold on now, Houlihan's. Hold on. Let me get that. Ooh. Hold up now. Look at this. The sauce is really good. It's sweet, a little bit of tangy. It's not that Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce I had before. It's just got something a little extra in there that makes it kind of tangy. I like a tangy barbecue sauce when it's done with a good balance of sweet and tangy. Let me just bite this top part and get in here. They finished these on the grill for sure. They're not perfect. They're a little on the drier side. It has a nice bark, which gives it a nice grill flavor, but I'm sorry, the sun just kicked off of the reflection on here and now it's like in my eye, so I apologize for the lighting, but so they're a little bit on the drier side, but I still like the flavor. I just wish they were a little bit more moist. It's the only thing that's missing from these, but I'm gonna be honest with you, the only ribs I've had so far that are better than these are Texas Roadhouse. Other than that, fair game. So I'm gonna give those an 8.5 out of 10. But what really looks good and was supposed to be really popular from them is they have this roasted half a chicken. Y'all see that right there. And it looks really good. Like, look at that. So there's the leg quarter. Looks deceiving because it's not that good. There's a lemon herb butter on here. But again, the chicken itself is a little dry. I like the lemon herb seasoning that's on here though. That part is good. But yes, compared to other rotisseries, leg quarters, the chicken is just, it's dry. Man, I don't know if they messed up on this one or what, but you know, I know people are like, you know, you're not eating it right, it goes right to the table. I eat a rotisserie chicken from Costco and it's drier than that. I just had to move because the sun is just literally like, I can't even escape it right now, but the sun was in my eye, at least it's not now. But the chicken again is just a little bit too dry. And I'm just not a big fan of it because of that. The fries, the ribs are carrying this, but again, but for $26, you're gonna want things that are good on both. I'm gonna try this breast just because I bought both, but if the thigh was dry, the breast is just, let's do it. That chicken was like Sahara Desert dry. I haven't seen anything dry like that since the salmon. But I got their blackened salmon. It's new, bro. I don't know, it said new. Salmon looked really good in the picture. It looks like ass here. This looks hella dry. Let's see. That's the driest piece of salmon that I have eaten in like the last 5 years. Wow. Yeah, so I would be really disappointed if I got this because the only thing I like really are the ribs. The chicken, I would give a 4 out of 10. The flavor's there, but dry ass chicken is not gonna work. And I can only eat half of it because that breast is just, you could just make chicken salad out of it some, you add mayo, but other than that, that is like inedibly dry. To me, like now that I've kind of had, Houlihan's used to be a lot better, but like most things, it was acquired by a corporation and it doesn't hit the same like it used to, and we're starting to see a recurring theme with a lot of these chains. It's not the same as the stuff I used to get. They have cut corners with certain things, but this in particular, I will give them this. They still managed to keep a homemade flair to this that a lot of restaurants are missing. Nothing here tastes like it came from a microwave. It wasn't executed well, but at least it tasted like it was homemade. This is like the closest to a mom and pop that I've had from a sit-down chain. Coincidentally, there are not that many left. This entire time I've been doing chain restaurants. I know there's gonna be some people, because I saw some people in there. One of them actually recognized when I picked up my food. Somebody in the back of the restaurant, I heard them say, good luck on the food review. So if you're watching this, nice to see you. I had a bright ass orange shirt on, I guess I stuck out. But I used to eat it here all the time, and it doesn't taste like it used to. The menu's a little bit different, but they kept some stuff that I know there's some bangers on that menu from what I had. And that's good. I would definitely go for the ribs. I would definitely go for the Irish nachos. Some of the other stuff just needs work in my opinion. When I come back here, it's definitely better than a lot of chain restaurants I've done. Like, I would put it somewhere in like the upper third of them, which is pretty good. The GOAT so far, for people who are wondering, I got asked this yesterday on stream, Chili's for casual, Texas Roadhouse as well. Those are my two favorite ones I've done. But there's other ones that do have good stuff in the menu. Those just had everything I ordered was good. But with that being said, Houlihan's is pretty good. $99 for the amount of food I got really wasn't that bad. So price-wise, it's as cheap as Applebee's and everything else, and it's better than Applebee's. And I'm okay with Applebee's. So Even though this sun is really, really annoying, I hope you guys did enjoy. And with the 4th of July coming up, I got something I kind of want to do for the 4th, which we talked about on stream. So I'm going to try to plan that out a little bit. But I'm glad you guys enjoying this. I got some pretty cool stuff lined up, man. We found some pretty decent chains I haven't had in a while. This was one of them. So we will be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.